G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, and today it's going to be a quick vinyl pickups video. This is for June and July. Not a lot of stuff because I've been trying to save a bit of coin because actually by the time you're watching this, I'll be sitting on an aeroplane going away, be away for, I don't know, 5 or so weeks on long service leave. When I go on holidays, I probably try to turn off all screens and just enjoy my holiday. So all the people who I subscribe to, sorry, it won't be in your comments of your videos because I'll be actually outside doing stuff instead of indoors watching things. And same sort of goes for appreciate everyone who will watch this and leave comments. I will get back to you eventually, but I'll be on holidays, and I'm sure I'll come back with a big haul of shit to bore you to tears with a much longer video than this. But without further ado, let's get into what's happened. So first up, we'll do a few new ones. First one is a band called Hedge Burners. Of course, we all know, if you hear, this is all Australian stuff. This is on the Great Legless label, known for like Split System, and who else we got in there? The Cut Bag, punk stuff like that. But this is not punk at all. This is very much on the indie rock, even like almost on a popish end of things. Really just good melodic indie rock songs put together beautifully. So there's your back cover there, and there's the Legless logo. We'll have a little look inside. So we've got some wordage in there, and the vinyl itself, this kind of groovy looking green marbled looking thing like that. Yeah, really cool stuff. Bit of a surprise considering the label that it's on, Legless, but yeah, well worth your while checking out Hedge Burners with their record Fallout of the Future. And next up, we got the newie from the great Bad Dreams. That's BADDREEMS. Love their previous record. This is, what would this be? Maybe their 5th record, I think. That great, what I like to call punk and roll, like punk rock with a bit of rock and roll swagger. Very Australian sound. Also, these guys don't hold back with their like opinions politically, which we love, and thank God they're not like right-wing fucking lunatics. I'm sure that will get me some nice trolling. And this is on Gutto Records. Love that back cover. That's a great photo. Yeah, I've done like either a shed burner or a feature on their previous album. Great band. There's the called Ultra Dundee. Sorry, forgot to mention that. Some wordage. There's the Gutto Records label. The vinyl itself, just a black one. Oh no, it's not. Wow, it's got blacks, but it's not. It's like a sort of translucent marbly thing. That looks pretty cool actually. Yeah, great Australian band. Been around a little while now. Still doing great stuff. That's Bad Dreams with Ultra Dundee. Don't matter. And one I have done an actual individual video on, so I will be quicker with this one, and that's of course the new Eddie Current Suppression Ring record. Great surprise in light of recent events. Firing on all cylinders, doing what we love with Eddie Current. Fucking angular punk rock with Mikey Young's amazing guitar sound. Yeah, back to their best in my opinion. Not that I didn't like the previous one from God. It's already quite a while ago. It was just, you know, more mellow than you expect from these dudes, but this is more angular punk awesomeness. Great art print thing in there with wordage on the back. And the vinyl itself, I'm pretty sure is just black. I think I might have it right this time. Yep, there you go. Not the fanciest labels, but who gives a shit? We're here for the awesome music from Eddie Current. So, and that is on, sorry for disappearing from view there for a second. What is the name of the fucking label? Or, as always, running a tight ship here. I don't know. I'm sure I said it in my other video, but yeah, it's just got like SR007. What does that stand for? Who the fuck knows? Eddie Current Suppression Ring in light of recent events. Killer record. If you don't know them, make your life better and get on board. Lots of bending over. You know, maybe you're seeing my bald spot on top. How embarrassing. Next for some second-hand stuff. And first up, we've got 2 records from the great Porcelain Bus. Great indie rockers from the 80s. This is their record, Talking to God. I don't know if you know, I'm sure lots of you do, but there might be some out there don't know the old saying, riding the porcelain bus when you've had a few too many and you're having a bit of a yodel into the toilet, and that's the porcelain bus. And many people speak in tongues when they're having a yak. So I guess that's like when you're talking to God. That's the way I took it anyway. So this is on the great Citadel label. Great record, great band. I'd had a few of their singles, but had never seen any of their records up until now. So really happy to have that. There's the inside. There's the band with the great Citadel label there. Cool picture on the back. This was this recorded in Trafalgar Studios, Sydney, 1988. So yeah, cool stuff. And then just so you can see the Citadel label, fantastic Australian label from the 80s. Like, as soon as I see that, even if I don't know the band, I'll generally pick it up because they were incredibly consistent, that label. A lot of good stuff. And then the next Porcelain Bus one, Fragile. This one's not on Citadel. I think it's a dual release kind of thing with Blue Mosque and Festival Records. There's your back cover there. You know, just 1990, this one. Great band. Love these dudes. If you like, you know, that era of indies, 80s sort of indie rock, you would love this. Some wordage on the inside there. And then, yeah, there's the great Blue Mosque label. There's a reflection of me recording myself. Professional as ever. Oh, by the way, I'm in a different room to normal. Because where I normally record, there's a whole heap of shit on the table that I couldn't be bothered cleaning up. So if you're wondering what this is like part of my drum kit. And these are big tubs full of even more fucking records because, you know, who cares about space? Okay, some reissues which I found. The Gurge. I don't know if you'll be surprised that I have any Regurgitator, but, you know, my salad days were in the 90s and the Gurge with the shit. Regurgitator, for those of you not in the know, And this record's called Two Plang. It was their debut album, I believe. Followed a couple of great EPs. And then what come after this? It was the big one, which had the band formerly known as, can't remember what it's called at the moment, but we're not talking about that one. This one's the reissue from maybe a year ago, can't remember, but it had the great opening track of I Sucked a Lot of Cock to Get Where I Am. Always love that. But yeah, a lot of cool things on here. The Kung Fu Sing. What's the other one I really like? Miffy Simplicity. God, this makes just Blubber Boy, which was off one of the EPs. Just makes me feel like I'm like 21 or 22 again, however old I was when that came out. And then the actual vinyl itself is this nice marbly red coloured vinyl. Lovely stuff. How to describe Regurgitator? There are a lot of things. They have they're definitely in the Alterna universe. There are like songs like Blubber Boy just sound like a flat out good indie rock song, but then they've got like this funky thing, or some of it's almost metalish, but don't be scared, it's not that kind of funk metal. And then there's like just a whole lot of awesome weirdness as well in there. Great band, very different, can't really pigeonhole them. Next up, should have called this a record store day video. Very late one. I found a copy of the record store day release of our friends over in New Zealand, the Villains. Their album Ready to Fly, which was I think 1990 or something like that. This one's on School Kids Records. I really like this record. It's probably more straightforward than their other stuff, because their other stuff can be a bit quirky for some people. It is, they were on Flying Nun, so there's that quirky, catchy indie rock thing going on, and this is probably a bit more focused for them. I quite like this record, but I do like, and they're well written songs and all that, but I really, really love the earlier, weirder, quirkier stuff. It's beautiful blue coloured vinyl. But this is good, it's not taking anything away. Don't think that this is a terrible record or anything. It's really, really good. The Villains, Ready to Fly. And last of all, I couldn't help myself. I bought one of those reissues, which actually was in a second-hand bin at one of the record stores I go to, and this is one of those Blu-ray. It's not an original Blu-ray, obviously, but these apparently were sold at the concerts of AC/DC, and there's this and TNT, which they've done like the Albert style one, and see they've recreated everything. They've got like the Rue on the back there. As with usual with AC/DC, there's fuck all that comes with it. But then they've also like recreated the Albert's blue label with the blue Rue on it. It's just kind of cool to have these. I was kind of interested to see what they sound like. I have been banging on for years, like when they had the 50th anniversary, that I was kind of disappointed they just reissued the international versions instead of doing the original Australian Albert's ones, which would be a great opportunity to do that, but especially those Bon Scott records. So yeah, this one, High Voltage, this was their debut in Australia, and it's got their version of Baby Please Don't Go. Only did the 2 cover songs, I think, and the other one was the Chuck Berry song on TNT, School Days. This has got She's Got Balls, Little Lover, Soul Stripper, all good templates of what they've become. It's an interesting record in a way. It's probably quite different to what you would expect from what was going to happen on TNT, where pretty much the template was set. It's even got a love song called Love Song. really weird to hear AC/DC do a bit of a ballad. Probably the only one they ever did, and then it's not an awful song, but yeah, it's not their thing. Anyway, that went for fucking longer than it should have. That's that for pickups for this and a bit of last month, and I'll see you when I'm back in action in a month or so.